Trust me, I don't trust myself. Your jewelry, I get it took. No show.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Florida, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. They will also match your first deposit up to $100, and you get a special pick when you sign up. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts, Cam and Mase.
Basketball back, man. You want to be friends?
We made it.
I figure basketball, we can be friends again. It's up to you. I'm cool.
Yeah, you prove you know football.
Yeah, you too, man. I like Title Town. I mean, we still got a long way to go with football, so we still got months, but basketball is here, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so let's get straight into it. Jimmy Butler is not your typical NBA Media Day participant. This time he says he arrived emo. So he showed up with a bang and some goth-like piercings and a dark coat. And he also says somehow, some way, we end up in the finals. This time we're gonna win. So how do you feel about his comment and his look?
He said he started emo. That was the start of the year. I don't know where he's going with this. I thought the hair was a bit much, but when he threw the piercing in the eyebrow
and on his mouth.
Yeah, this nigga is really on.
I like that stat. That's before I talk. This is your team stat.
He's very provocative right now.
Yeah.
Who did this your team? How you feel about it?
Yeah,
mean?
everybody.
That's a good question.
What does provocative mean? You went to college.
I mean, my thoughts about Jimmy, everybody expects me to have the answers because I am a Heat fan. I just feel like I'm not surprised. He always does something crazy every year. And I think as a Heat fan, it's just so much more fun when we do make it to the finals in the end. But, we'll see. I'm supportive of what Jimmy does as long as he plays well. That's my answer.
Sassiness gotta stop. This sassiness gotta stop. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. The sassiness gotta stop. I don't know what's going on. What do you call it these days?
I still want to know what provocative means. That's a great fucking question, man. What the fuck does provocative mean?
That's how the kids say it. It's given provocative.
Well, listen, man, I listen, I truly believe at this point,
yeah,
the niggas is like, I'm trying to get on It Is What It Is, man. This is going to get me on the show right here.
It's going to get on the show.
I really believe the niggas sit there and say, they leading off with this. I already know. The bang, the piercing, they going to fuck with me on this one.
Yo. You know what I was thinking? Like with this generation, I understand the freedom and all that. How far would these niggas go? Like, if niggas is wearing bangs, niggas wear purses, like how far you think they'll go?
They went as far as you could go. Listen, man, this is what I will say. Look, Dennis Rodman wore wedding dresses, fingernail polish, all type of shit. But you knew what Dennis Rodman was doing.
There was only one Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, you knew Dennis Rodman would play Game 4 in Utah and then go fight in the WWF before he could even get back to playing Game 6 or whatever it was. He was a different animal. This what Jimmy Butler doing is definitely saying to me, I know what, I'm going to win Media Day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to outbeat
emo.
me. Yeah, I'm going emo.
But doesn't emo mean he has the potential to do some other things? Doesn't emo mean that?
What does other things mean? What does that mean?
I don't know. The kids that are emo, is that like, I'm not sure, so I don't want to be wrong, but I thought it had something to do with like black fingernail polish. That's gothic.
Yeah, it's like
yeah,
goth.
yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
emo's a
Black.
different type. But yeah,
you
it's all
can,
the same thing.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I don't really care if you die and all of that.
Could be. could be like, you know, but it's very dark.
Yeah.
I would say that emo is very dark. And he also made a quote saying that he's with his inside feelings and he's getting in touch with his inner self and all this. And I think Sean Payton would have had a damn fit about this.
Yeah.
Sean Payton would have
Where's
lost his
Sean Payton when we need him?
Sean Payton. First of all, even worse than Sean Payton, what the fuck you think Pat Riley got to say about this?
Pat Riley want a makeover.
Yeah, Pat Riley's
Pat
like,
Riley said.
come upstairs.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you, man.
Pat Riley ain't see him walk out the locker room with that.
And Pat, trust me, Pat Riley has a problem with this. I don't care what nobody says. Even if he don't say it publicly, Pat Riley has a big problem with this.
What do you think Haslam said?
I don't know, man. you know, I seen you down this. Well, we was on there. I'm bugging.
Yeah.
We seen him. Then wasn't he gonna fight Jimmy Butler anyway
Yeah.
in the timeout? Him and Jimmy. Now think about him and Jimmy Butler was gonna get into a fight. Maybe behind shit like this.
Yeah. So is it Jimmy, Kimmy, or Shimmy? Which one is it?
His name is
Is
Jimmy,
it-
but you could call him Kimmy because he doing this shimmy.
Yeah.
I like
Kimmy Butler, Shimmy Butler, I don't know, Jenny Butler. Long as he come to play.
Yeah,
You're right.
that's what matters. My thing is this: he always comes to play, and you know, it's just hard with this image because even like I said, let's go. I'm not giving him Dennis Rodman vibes, whatever. But Dennis Rodman, no matter what color his nails was, his hair was, what lipstick he wore, he came to fight, he came to play, he did his thing, and I don't know I don't think Jimmy Butler will have this look the rest of the season. Just my opinion. He may have it the rest of the season. Whole shit, he gonna end up two things. He gonna spend a lot of money because he gonna sweat that perm out, and then secondly, after that, your hair gonna start to. You're gonna start to lose your hair if you try to keep that shit and get a perm every few days to keep that bounce. If you want that
Niggas
bounce,
is already wearing their hair in a ponytail.
yeah,
So
but that shit sweat out. You gotta keep. You want to keep that bounce.
he gonna have the chicken head ponytail. You know, the little hair.
If you want to have that shit stack out every day to keep that bouncy, Stat ain't sweating that shit out every day. Yeah. I'm not going to talk about it no more because I think niggas wants to talk about it, so I don't want to. I'm done. I have nothing to say. This is attention seeking. If this really you, congratulations on your new look, Jimmy. As long as you get out there and play, because I know one thing, Pat Riley, I tell you one thing, just look and
if he miss free throws with them bangs in his face,
all that shit, Pat Riley
ain't going for it.
Pat Riley choking nigga out for real.
Yeah.
For real.
I will say though, I'm gonna take the other end just because I think this is his vengeance time. I mean, he did want a specific trade that didn't happen, so he's in his emo phase. I mean,